Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Java Tip of the Week. Today we'll continue to explore some of the new Java 8 features like the new datetime API. So the new Java 8 datetime API was introduced to fix some of the shortcomings of the way you have to deal with dates on previous versions of Java. Let's see how, look into some code examples. So in this code I'm just trying to print out yesterday's date just with the hours and the minutes. Look that I have to use this calendar object, which is a mutable object, and I have to set up the way the date the way I want it. This is not very friendly either because I want to like subtract one day and actually have to call a method called add, so it's not very user friendly. Also, look that I want to print out the date using an ISO format, and I have to pretty much say simple date format and put the format there and then print it out. So let's see how we can do this using Java 8 API. So we're going to say local datetime, which is the way you can get a reference for an actual datetime on Java 8. And you can say now. It will give you the time as it is now. We want to go to yesterday's date, so we can just say minus days 1, much more friendly and much more fluent. And notice as well that I'm removing the seconds to 0 and milliseconds to 0 over there, so I'm pretty much trunking that piece. So I can say truncate to and use these chrono units enum to say what's the unit that I want to truncate to. So in this case, I'm going to say I want to truncate until minutes. And of course, you can just import static this piece over here. And finally, I will say format. And I already have plenty of formats over here to print out some of the things I want. So I'm going to use datetime format, these are local datetime. And this one over here can also say a static import. Finally, I'm going to print them out. Let's see the output. Yeah, so we get the same output. So we just condensed like 6 lines of code, or 4 or 5, well, if you will inline some of those stuff, into just one. How cool is that? And it's very easy to work with dates like this now. Now, another cool thing about the new datetimes API is that they are immutable every time you do an operation over them. You get a new instance of the object. So now let's use a local date. Local date would just give you the date piece of the current time when you say .now. So we get something, and let's print it out. Okay, with an ISO date. Now you can pretty much pick up on the now variable, and you can say with month 1, or you can say minus days 10, and you will get all these different operations over these dates over here without modifying the original object that you just did. So it's pretty easy to like pick up a date, do some operations, and then grab that date and do a couple of other operations to get a new calculation without having to always instantiate the calendar and set up all the date as you want, as you used it before Java 8. No, before Java 8 was really hard to calculate the numbers of days between two dates, or even other unit that you might want to use like hours, minutes, or something else. If you go to Stack Overflow or look Google search, you will find all kinds of crazy code to do these calculations. This doesn't really make sense on 2016, where you expect that the frameworks that you're using already provide you a way to do this kind of calculation. Actually, if you're using the Joda-Time API, it will be easy for that, but it was a library to have to include on your projects. Actually, the new Java 8 API was heavily inspired on JodaTime, and actually the spec lead was also the main developer of JodaTime. Now, to do the calculations between, you can just do something like get the chrono units that you want to calculate dates between, and say between, pass the date. So in here we're calculating the difference between the last year and this year. Print them out. And that's it. Let's see if that works. Yeah, there you go, 365. So Datetime API has a couple of more things that you have to look with, so I encourage you to explore the API. It's very easy also to handle zoned times. I'm not going to look into that today, maybe in a future post. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this week, Java Tip of the Week, and see you next time.